WeAre105.
Welcome back to the WeAre105 podcast. Today we are talking about the role of fitting in middle school. Today I'm here with Esteban, Madison, and Aaron. Do you guys feel like you have to change who you are when you go to school to fit in? And if you do, how?
I feel like it's not necessarily you have to change yourself, but how you speak to others, depending on which group setting you're in. But if you find friends that really like you for who you are and don't expect you to change, then there's no need to.
Yeah, I really agree with Aaron. I feel like you really have to change your attitude also and how you act around other people too, because if you're in a bad mood, then you're going to bring other people down too. So I feel like it's really in a way that you're putting off energy to your peers and friends like that.
Yeah, I agree with the both of you. I feel like you like how Aaron said, you don't necessarily have to change just the way you approach people in order to like make friends, you know. Not change who you are, but like change your attitude if it's bad, or better your attitude if it's good.
Yeah, because you can't always bring on what's happening at home into school, because sometimes that like affects how your mood is, and it just brings down your friends, and you want to be able to have a good time with your friends while you're at school. Do you think social media has changed the way we try to fit in? If so, how?
I think it has completely changed how we all try to fit in by influencing us in good but mainly bad ways, because cyberbullying is a huge problem, especially at this school that I know of. And it's just something else to be able to pick on someone about. Like if you see someone post a video and then other people will talk and be like, did you see what they posted? Why would they do that? They're so weird. It's just another thing to bring people down for. But if you use it in a positive way, then it could be good and it could help bring people closer together.
Yeah, I agree with Aaron too on that, but I feel like when somebody posts something and then you look at that and you say, well, I'm not like them, so I have to change my body and the way I do things to be like them and do things like them and stuff like that.
With like all the thing that happens online, I feel like a lot of people don't understand how one little small text can affect your whole life. I don't know if that's happened to you guys. Like one little bully word, it can like change your whole mood. It can change your whole self on how you approach other people. Because then you think, oh, because of this one person, I feel like that's how everyone thinks about me. That's how the whole world sees me. And I feel like it does hurt, like when that one little comment takes over your whole self. But like Aaron said, sometimes it can be used positively, and that's the good thing about social media and like the internet and everything, is that there are those good places where you can be at to find friends, or like have people there to like push you on to do your best.
Push you on. And I feel like when you have people surrounding you and on social media that you can look up to, it really helps like change your mood and how you feel in the morning, say, and when you're getting ready to go take on, say, school and like challenge yourself. I think social media can be a good thing because you can look at other people and be like, they're motivating me to do a lot better too.
I feel like sometimes people forget, though, that people only post the good parts of their life. Like, nobody's life is perfect. But people, especially on social media, try to portray themselves as perfect, so they only post the good things. And people need to remember that not everything is good all the time, 24/7, and it's okay to be vulnerable with others. And I feel like also them only posting the good thing, it can make you kind of envious of their life by thinking, oh, this person has so many friends, they go to so many places, why am I not as cool as them? But that's the only thing they post so they can seem cool. So I feel like people forget about that a lot.
Exactly. That kind of shows like how when you're only posting the good things, it can make other people envious, like you said. And it can also like that's not really what their life might look like. They're just posting the highlights because you're not going to always post everything that's like the worst. Why do you think people at school have to act a certain way to not get made fun of? And do you feel like you guys do certain things to not get embarrassed?
I feel like, especially in middle school, there are so many expectations for each individual kid by other groups of kids. You have to act a certain way. You have to make certain jokes to be funny, sometimes by cussing to seem cooler to fit in. It's a lot of work just to keep up with other people. And you definitely have to act a certain way. And I still do things that are embarrassing to other people, but not necessarily embarrassing to me, because if everyone acted the same, there would be like no uniqueness in people and the world would just be so boring. You need every single individual to be who they are, to have a good life and just laugh sometimes, because if you're not laughing, if you're not being who you are, then there's like no point in doing anything, because if you change yourself to fit in, then what's the point of having your own mind?
Yeah,
No, you can.
I agree on Erin with that, especially with the like to act a certain way, or like how she said where you sometimes have to be yourself, right? And like she said, like it might be embarrassing for other people, but it's who you are, and you can't necessarily change who you are for the wrong people, because there's always going to be right people for you, whether middle school, high school, wherever, but there's also going to be the bad people, and that's the bad people are the people who you change for, which you shouldn't change at all for. Like how she said, if it adds to cussing, the way you dress, the way you just bring your attitude to other people. And yeah, you really shouldn't change who you are if you're doing it for the wrong people. If you're going to change, you're going to change for yourself. You're going to improve yourself better, not worse for the wrong people.
And the people who make fun of you only think it's embarrassing because they aren't being themselves, because they're putting up a front so they can seem cooler, and they're just jealous that they don't have as much confidence to be themselves.
Yeah, I really think also whenever a certain person says something to you, it can really change the way that you look at things too. Like you can say, "Oh, I'm not going to be their friend because they did that thing to me."
And now to our sponsors. Gems TV would like to thank our platinum and gold level sponsors: Siller Construction, Quality Sheet Metal Heating and Air, Mi Alegria Mexican Antojitos, Lincoln Junior Zebras, Lincoln Museum, Jensen Landscaping, Rockland Swim Team. And now back to our podcast. How was it different adapting from elementary to middle school?
For me, it was kind of the same thing, because at my elementary, we still went around to 3 different classes to get used to, the different periods. But I feel like social wise, I went to the same middle school as all of my friends from elementary did. So the change in like friends wasn't different, but the change in setting was. And learning how to handle so much homework and still trying to fit in and stuff, it was a lot. But also, the change was different because you can slowly start to see the people that you knew from elementary to change. You can see them trying to change themselves to fit in, and everyone's attitudes just shift, and they all start hanging out with different people. Doesn't mean that they don't care about you anymore, but they're just focusing their time on other things, and it's hard to, go from knowing someone your whole life to have them drift away from you to becoming friends with other different people.
I think it was a change because you go from having like your solid friends from elementary school, then you go into a middle school, which is a lot bigger aspect. So you have to try and become friends with a bunch of other new people. and it was weird coming from like just having just those one classes with all your best friends, and then you have to go into a middle school setting where it's just a bunch of people that you don't know.
Yeah, I really think that whenever you're in elementary school, you you're really just with those friends. Like you can go around and you can talk to people and pretty much no one really cares, at least when you're younger and you're like, okay, I'm friends with pretty much everybody. And then you go to middle school and then people start changing and being mean to you and judging you for things that you didn't even do. So I really think it changed a lot for me, but it's pretty much different with everybody.
For me, my experience from elementary school to middle school was that most of my elementary school friends, like, I'm still friends with, like, a lot of them, but most of them, I don't have that same relationship because of a lot of things that had happened. But I feel like that change was just friend wise because I went from most of my elementary school friends to a lot of newer friends. And that was a big change for me because I lost a lot of my elementary school friends, but I still gained a lot of friends that are really nice and are the best. I feel like that was like my big change. And I feel like also bullying was a big change for me since I knew a lot of kids from my elementary school that came here. I knew most of them, so they didn't really like care much about what or who I was. But the second I come to a new school, new people, that's where like for me, I feel like that's where bullying starts. So yeah.
What advice would you give to someone who feels like they don't fit in at school or to incoming fifth graders?
The advice that I would give them is to, I know it's hard to look past all the bullying and all the negative comments, but you really just need to push those aside and only focus on the positive ones. Because if you only focus on the one bad, like, thing you get said about yourself, then you forget about the hundreds of others that other people have said. And also, it's okay when you and your friends start distancing yourself from each other because I bet you both still care about each other, but if they're focusing their time into something else, doesn't mean they care about you any less. They just are shifting where they're putting their time into. And also, I would give them advice for turn in your homework on time because I may or may not have failed a few classes because of that. So,
I really feel like you should honestly just be yourself because if you're not yourself, then you're not going to get the friends that you want. And also, if you don't bully people also because then people aren't going to want to be friends with you and you're going to have a bunch of no matter what, you're going to have rumors spread out about you your whole life, and you there's nothing you can do to change that, but just try to be the nicest person you can. And also, I agree with Erin, turn in your homework on time because I almost failed a couple classes because of that.
The advice I would give, even if you feel like you don't fit in or if you feel like you're just like not don't have that many friends or popularity, I feel like you should just continue your studies. Because at the end of the day, all the people who like made fun of you or whatever, the people who don't like you, they're going to be at the bottom because you're going to be at the top with all your studies. And I feel like just focus on your studies, get good grades, and it's okay if you fail a few things. It's not the end of the world. As long as you feel like you did your best, that's all that matters. And yeah.
What are some ways you think schools could help students feel more accepted, no matter how they choose to fit in?
middle school is just a start to high school, to college, to the rest of your life. If you really learn who you are as a person and what type of people you want to be around, really shows how far you're going to go in life, because just being kind to everyone gets you so far in life. If you just show a little kindness to everyone, then you can really just keep your way moving through life in a positive way. If you try to fitting in is the stupidest thing that anyone could do, because in the real world, it does not matter. In middle school, it may feel like it does, but it truly doesn't, because when you have a job, you're earning money to like live your life. You're not focusing on if you're the most popular, because popularity isn't a thing outside of school.
It's about the lifelong friends that you can make.
Yeah, I feel like also when teachers are just sitting at their desks and they're not really teaching kids anything, it's not helping the students get ready for like their future, you know, like I've had some teachers in the past that they don't help me pass my classes. They don't help me like really do anything. But I've also had some really good teachers that have helped me, like instead of just handing us paper and writing stuff down on the board, they actually help me. They do like physical like demonstrations and stuff.
The best thing that I think our school has done to help kids fit in, and if you aren't in 8th grade yet, you will do in 8th grade, is Point Break. During Point Break and after Point Break for like a week, that was the best time I've ever had at school. Everyone was so friendly, everyone was so caring and forgiving, and it was the best. Point Break is the best thing that happened in all of my years here at Glen Edwards. And I think that's the best thing that the school has done to help people feel accepted and fit in.
Well, thank you everyone for coming onto the podcast. And now to Cece with our Gems Trivia.
Welcome to WeAre105. I'm your roundtable host, Cadence. Today we have a Gems themed trivia with Brooklyn Murphy, Cruz, and Courtney Davis. The winner gets a free yearbook. First question. What is Glen Edwards named after? Brooklyn?
I forgot his name. I'm pretty sure it's Glenn Edwards, but he was like an Air Force person and he did work in the Air Force for a while. It was named after him for jets and stuff, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It was Glenn Walter Edwards, the test pilot. Second question. What were the original school colors of GEMS? Brooklyn?
Green and yellow.
Correct. Third question. What teacher has been here the longest? Brooklyn?
I want to say Michael Agrippino, probably.
Correct. Question 4. Can you name 2 of the staff members who attended GEMS for their middle school years? There are 4.
Shoot.
Brooklyn?
Is Noonan one of them?
No.
Waiting for anyone else to press that bell. Does anyone else want to?
Read it again. Read the question again.
Can you name 2 of the staff members who attended GEMS for their middle school years? There are 4. I'll give you a hint. One of them is a lunch staff. Not like the people who make lunch, the people who watch over.
Is it Miss Palace?
No.
No. I don't know the other one's name.
Okay. It was Dora, Hargis, Casey, and I don't know. What? Villanueva. Question 5. What staff member has been a director at the Welcome House at Folsom Prison?
This is funny.
Yeah.
Can you read the question again?
Which staff member has been a director at the Welcome House at Folsom Prison?
Does the staff still go here?
Yes.
Okay.
Brooklyn?
Is it Mr. McClaskey?
Nope.
I don't know any other teachers.
Is it Miss Banderas?
No.
I know.
It's not a teacher.
Oh, not a teacher.
It's not.
Ring the bell if you know Cruz.
Cruz?
Is it Mr. Woods?
Is it
Brooklyn?
Dora?
No.
I don't think we know that one.
So skip the question, or are you gonna keep guessing?
I want to skip.
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 Okay. It was Miss Fernandez.
Oh,
shoot. No, oh shoot. I wanted to.
kind of forgot about her. Don't tell her that.
Question 6. Which staff member was a cosmetologist and an Army missile crew member?
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know our school did so much. That's crazy.
I will tell you,
Yeah,
this one is a teacher.
It's a teacher.
Yes, it's a teacher.
Okay.
Broken?
Is it Lucci?
No.
Is it Agrippina?
No.
Can you tell us what grade they teach?
It's an elective teacher.
Oh.
Chris?
It's. I know what teacher it is. I just don't know his name.
Broken?
Is it Noonan?
No.
Well, upstairs, he teaches like football and all. He teaches like that sport, like what?
Sports and literature,
Yeah,
whatever it's
yeah.
called? No.
Shoot, I don't know any elective teachers because I'm only in broadcasting.
Colson.
No.
Isn't he PE?
Teach an elective?
Oh shoot. Maybe he doesn't.
Was it flamenco?
No. Does she teach an elective?
I think she does Avid, right?
Yeah, she
Avid?
does.
Yeah. Okay. The answer was Miss Ward.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I would not have guessed that. Don't know who she is. Don't know what she teaches.
She was in the army.
Yeah, she was.
My mom's in the army.
Question 7. What husband and wife combo teaches on campus?
Oh, no.
Mr. Law and Mrs. Law.
Yep.
Mr. Law doesn't teach on campus.
Which one teaches on campus? Which teacher teaches on campus? She got it. Question 8. Who is the GEMS teacher that had Agrippino for 6th grade math and science? Mr. Wood for 8th grade math and Mr. Noonan for journalism at Lincoln High School.
Mr.
Chris?
Wood.
No,
He was a teacher.
He was a teacher,
He was the one who teaches the student.
Yeah, Chris.
Who is the GEMS teacher that had Mr. Agrippino for 6th grade math and science, Mr. Woods for 8th grade math, and Mr. Noonan for journalism at Lincoln High School? Chris?
I think it was.
If you ring the bell, you gotta have an answer.
It's a language arts teacher.
It's a language arts teacher.
Banderas.
No.
That's not one of the.
What, Mahan?
No.
I don't know any other ones. Surprised I got Mahan.
Wait, could you read me the questions again?
Yeah.
Who is the GEMS teacher that had Mr. Agrippino for 6th grade math and science, Mr. Woods for 8th grade math, and Mr. Noonan for journalism at Lincoln High School?
Oh, Mr. Noonan.
Mr. Noonan is a teacher, Cruz. Noonan was a teacher. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so skip the question.
No, I have one more question.
Oh my god.
Woods.
You are. He said Cruz.
Chris.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god, okay.
It's only out of those two, though, isn't it?
No, it's one of...
Those were the teachers' Cruz.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I think we're gonna skip that question.
Okay.
Also.
Okay.
That should be
long.
negative points for Cruz.
Question 9. Oh, it was Miss Hargis.
Oh, I'm gonna act like I know who
Miss
that is.
Vargas must be real.
Everyone's gonna guess on the banner.
Okay. Question 9. How many banners are hanging in our gym wall?
Oh,
Or hanging in our gym?
30.
Close, but no.
35.
No.
31.
Yes.
Oh, good job. First point. High five.
Did it come through your headphones?
Winner is Broken Murphy. Thank you, Broken Murphy, Wade South, and Courtney Davis for participating in the roundtable trivia today.
Noonan is having way too much fun with these sound effects.
Thank you to our guests who participated in the role of fitting in middle school and Gems Trivia. As always, you can find us at Gems TV 916 on Spotify and YouTube. Thank you for all of you guys tuning in. This is WeAre105.
What did you name the other one?